Hi, my name is Wayne Pelletier. I own the Resonant Pixel Company. I go live here every Friday at 11 a.m. to share insights on design, running a business as a solopreneur. Sometimes I get all inspirational, and other times I show practical tips and tricks on certain things. Thank you for watching. I wanted to get a little more practical today than I have in a few weeks because I was asked a question by someone like, okay, I have this template, and they were trying to get free work or free advice, which is always a little weird. But they were like, hey, I removed a bunch of content from my template and I'm not sure what to put in there. Any advice? Yes, I have advice. So let me show you what to put on a page once you've deleted all the content. Like, what are you even supposed to be writing? And how do you write it? Like, how do you approach it? And by that, I mean, how does someone read a page? It's an interesting way to think about how to approach copy. Now, a professional copywriter is normally going to start with a story and the offer and the product and the brand and really put those things together and land on a benefit. And normally, especially if they come from the Ogilvy School of Copywriting, will lead with a big benefit and a big outcome because they know how important the headline is. So what I've done is spin up a new template website from Squarespace's super cool looking template library. And I just picked a random local business one, and I'm going to share this browser. Ready? Okay, you should be seeing this browser screen right here. And my face, I'm not sure where my face is on this. I'm going to put it off to the side because it is not the important part. Okay, so here it is. This is Italian cooking. This is a restaurant, right? I literally just put this template in. I haven't even changed the URL or anything. And I think this is pretty common. Let me click on pages and go to about. This is probably a pretty simple page. Here we go. We've got team. And you're like, well, this isn't about my business. Now I installed this template. I need to make this about my business. So oftentimes you'll go and create a new page, maybe a blank page or maybe a page from one of their super cool looking page layouts. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a ton of them in here, but we kind of already have an about page. So let me show you what happens is and how to lay out this copy and how to think about copywriting it. So people come in and they say, this is more about us. This is our value prop. Right? And then they'll put in copy about the company. They may replace these photos and they may say, meet our team. And they're going to replace these photos with their actual team. So Mac and Kelsey will go away. And then they may just delete this section because they don't have a photo that shows in depth, especially if what you do is something in the field, right? Like plumbing or HVAC. They will rarely have action shots of people in the field doing that kind of work. And then they may not offer classes. Maybe they offer a process for doing a specific thing like t-shirt printing or web design or something. And then, ooh, they got a call to action at the bottom. That's pretty cool. So I'm going to scroll up now. I'm going to delete this section. And I'm going to keep that section. And then I'm going to delete this section. So, okay, you've deleted all your content on your Squarespace website. What do you do? This is what you do, okay? And this isn't, I said Squarespace. This is not Squarespace specific. This is any design. This could be for a website. This could be for a magazine ad or an ad in a newspaper, local rag, whatever it is, industry rag. Here's how to copyright it. And here's how to lay things out. I'm going to show you exactly how to do that right in here because it's super easy to do that. People are going to read this first. Whether you like it or not, they're going to read this first. So, whoops, can't spell. So let's make it loud and black, okay? What I like to do oftentimes is have like a pre-header. This absolutely should be your H1, but something of a pre-header to like, so this is like why you are here. You want to help them connect with the reason they came to this page in the first place. It's almost like, how can we communicate that we know exactly what you came for, or what you came for isn't here, and they can self-select and hit the back button or another page in the nav and make sure they find the content they were looking for. This is like orienting. Now, people are going to read this like later. They're going to read this first, and then they're going to read, let me duplicate this content block. They will read this next. This subheadline, this subtext, right? This is super, super important copy. This is your positioning statement. We help A do B so they can see, or with the information on this page, you will be able to X, Y, Z. It's really important that we are able to communicate not about the business. It's too easy for us to talk about ourselves. Talk about the audience. Help them envision the reason they came and connect that with what's on the page. Like, we're going to help you get to that end. All right, now I'm going to duplicate this one because they will read this before they read the paragraph. Guarantee 100% of the time they will read this before they read the paragraph, right? And here's the paragraph. And I'm going to change paragraph copy here in just a second. So now they're going to read then they read this. This is the second thing on the page, unless the page is really tall or an ad is really tall. This is the second thing they will read. So number 1, number 2, number 3, because number 2, the reason why that gets read second is because they assume that there's a price or a catch or call to action. They want to move quickly. Like, if I'm in the right place, where do I click to just get it? I don't want to read all your content. And that makes sense. Or they're like, I need to figure out if this is right. And they're going to start doing what's called scanning. They're going to scan the page and they want to get the hell out of Dodge. They're like, is this right? Is this right? They can go through it. They're going to go through it. And if it's not right, then they're out. And this is, here, I got some other text here I want to share. That's a mess. Undo. All right, so this can stay being about nervous about cooking. This is the basic layout for what you want to write on your page. So a headline should be benefit driven. It shouldn't be about you or your business. It shouldn't be about the client's business. It shouldn't be about anyone's business except for the reader, their business. What's their business? What's the reason they came? Deliver it. Tell them the benefit, the outcome. Help them envision the transformation. That's what a headline is. 80%, this is 80% of the importance of this page. If this isn't right, if the headline isn't right and there isn't a benefit in there for the reader, and the benefit can't be you, it has to be something they take away, then no one's reading your paragraph. No one's going to bother with it. So get this right. So why you're here, they're going to read this first, and then they're going to read this next. They're going to read this next. They're going to read this second. Let me update these now. Second, right? And they will read this before they read the paragraph. They will read this third. And then that's why, and something really kind of, I'm going to save this, sneaky happened here, okay? This area with this copy over on the side, and let me highlight, I'll give it a little background color. Too dark. There we go. This copy off to the side, this is where you often see form, like with either a lead magnet or a free download, or enter your email address and name and get an email back, like we'll notify you. You'll see this often with landing pages that you visit from ads. It's very much a direct marketing or direct response tactic to have this eyeline. So let me show you what's going on here. This eyeline from the logo we don't have to this copy, to this copy, to this copy. This is called the eyeline, and that eyeline should itself tell the story. If a decision can't be made with those pieces of content, here, 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 and here, along this eyeline from the top left to the bottom right of the viewport here, then the business has failed entirely. You should be able to make a decision as a visitor to this page about whether or not you're in the right place and you can accomplish what it is you came to accomplish, whether it's to learn something or to buy something or acquire something. You will see this happen in Amazon, where the buttons are over here, the buy buttons. You will see this on apple.com. You will see this on every major website. This is how you communicate. Now, sometimes it can be long. Like you could have a bunch of images in here and this text could be at the bottom, right? A little follow-up value proposition. So if this is out of view, then it may not be the second thing they read. They may read this or this second. And I'm kind of moving fast here. But the idea is to lay out the page in a way that you're able to communicate these ideas, or the right ideas, in the right order. So sometimes when we're writing copy, we may start here and then go here and then go here. And that's the way you write something in a Word document or a Google document. That is not the way someone reads something. So having an understanding of the way people read a page goes a long way to affecting how you write effective copy. I hope that made sense. Kind of a lot of affecting going on in there. So back to my default scene here. I hope that was helpful. I hope that illustrates how I approach copy and how I approach the layout of a page or the ideal page. And I can show examples here. Like I can show examples of this. I can even scrutinize my own website, resonantpixel.co. Let's share it. This would be roast my website session. So we've got the logo in the middle and not in the top left because I don't have enough nav items for it's a very small website. But we've got our pre-subhead, right? Design and development you can subscribe to. I'm being a little cheeky there because my business sells a subscription and doesn't charge project fees. They'll learn that later, but subscribe has a double meaning in this, like something you can engage with in general. Also, same thing, right? So transform your online presence, transform your business, book a call. Boom, boom, boom. You've got this right here. It's web design and development. It's transformation, and it's book a call, the call to action. It's right there. So then we show examples of the work and then how it works. And this is kind of where I put some of that, like that copy that they would read later. So I think it basically passes the example. Now it's not a direct marketing page. So I don't have a form on there. It's like sign up now or get your free download. I have a couple of those. But it's important. And here, let me show a recent client. This one's black, so my face won't be all blowed out from the light. So with this one, you've got the brand, you've got their headline, bold retail displays for bold brands. And this is the kind of copy that if you're going to say you do something bold for bold people, then you have to say it boldly. And then you've got the CI work and the book of discovery call to action in the bottom corner. So the idea here is to say the right thing to the right audience in the right order. And that's why it goes logo, headline copy, call to action. My page did a similar thing. So anyway, I hope that was helpful and informative. It's certainly important. You can have a hideously ugly website with great copy, and it will convert pretty well. I hate to say it. As a designer, I hate to say that. But I've seen some really ugly pages convert very, very well. So making sure that you understand the target and how to serve that audience. If you have a website in an ugly market that is really nice, people may not think it's real. They may think it's fake or scammy. So it's something to consider. You can have a gorgeous website with trash copy. It's not converting anyone. They won't understand what's going on. They won't understand how to act. They won't feel like they've hit the right spot I want to say solutionizes. I don't talk like that. That solves a problem that they came to have solved, or shows them the thing that they came to learn about. That's the whole point. But when you can get great copy and great design together, that's a game changer. That's when a brand just can take off. Now, you got to have traffic. There are other reasons why a website might sit stagnant, but in general, that's the order of things, the way I approach copy. So I hope that was helpful. And as far as this live show goes, I don't have a lot else to offer today because honestly, I wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling that great earlier today. And this is one of those days where even though you're not feeling it, you show up anyway, and you put in the work. And listen, that's the way it goes sometimes. We all live in reality, so it's fine. I forgive myself. I hope you forgive me. I hope you have a great weekend. Today is Friday, November 21st, 2025, and that means next week is the big deal holiday, Thanksgiving in the US. It's a great holiday, but kids are out of school the entire week. A lot of people take the week off from work, so it's going to be pretty quiet around here. I look forward to making a lot of how-to content and getting a lot of administrative work done and other process-based work done, because I do want to make some changes to the sort of perks of my subscriptions. That's coming soon, and I hope you have a great holiday if you are in the U.S. and find Thanksgiving something to be grateful for. I do. So I appreciate you watching, and I hope you have a great weekend. And if you're not working next week, make the most of your relaxation time. If you are, I hope you get it, and I hope you have an awesome week. Just have an awesome week. That's all I'm trying to say. I'll talk to you later. Bye.